Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am making some homemade pizza. With the help of the three kids, they get to do the toppings on their own pizzas. But a couple of years ago, found this pizza crust and I use it all the time now. It's absolutely fabulous. And it's from the YouTube channel Traditions Homestead. And this is under Kevin in the kitchen. And it's his recipe for his crust. And I think it's just absolutely perfect. It works out perfect every single time. So I'm going to share it with you here. And I'll also put a link to their YouTube channel as well, where you might want to see Kevin do it, see the expert at work. So for this recipe, we use 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Now Kevin uses organic all-purpose flour, but I'm just using regular flour. Use 1.5 teaspoons of yeast, 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 1/3 cup of warm water. And then all you do is mix the mixture together really well in a bowl. And I find it's just, you can do it in a mixer if you want, but I find it just so easy just to mix it around in the bowl. It doesn't take too much, and just try get it together in a bowl and you'll see how quick it happens. And just like that, you're ready to take it out onto your floured surface and start kneading. And it needs a good knead. You can count, like Kevin did, count up to about 25 times, but I count in my head, and if you can go a little bit more than the 25 needs. But it's just so therapeutic, I find, to do this yourself with your hands in your peace and quiet. Or you can be listening to some nice music in the background. It literally only takes a minute, I'd say, or two anyway. So just knead away there, and look at how easy the whole pastry came together. I find it hard to go to shop bought pizza after tasting this pastry crust, and it's so simple to make and such fun for kids then to put on their own toppings. So if you've never made homemade pizza crust yourself before, I really highly recommend you give it a go, and especially with this recipe, it's just kind of, you can't really go wrong with it. It's so easy and so tasty. I guarantee you will really enjoy it. So here I am going to do my 25 or so kneads. And then when you've your kneading completed, you can just roll it into a ball and leave it covered and resting under a clean tea towel for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then you're ready to go. And if you do this earlier in the day, you can just cover it with cling film and leave it in your fridge after it's had its resting time, and then maybe take it out a little while before you want to make your pizza, just to let it get back to room temperature. And then you can divide up the dough any way you want, depending on how many pizzas you want to make. As you'll see later on, we made 1 large pizza, 3 smaller pizzas for the kids, and then I still had some dough left over to make some breadsticks. So you can really just play around with this, and if it turns out to be too much dough for you, maybe next time just use half, or what you could do is make this amount of dough and pop the extra into the freezer for the next time you want to make your pizzas. So here I am getting the dough ready for the kids' pizzas and for our own large pizza. And you can have your toppings all prepared earlier in the day if you want. We just had a mixture we had grated cheese. I had these mushrooms, what were they called? Chestnut mushrooms that I wanted to use up. So we had those as well. And then I'm going to show you the array of toppings that we had ready for the pizzas when the kids were ready to put their pizzas together. And then I did the large pizza for myself and my husband. So we had our mozzarella and chopped tomatoes, the grated cheese. This is basil cheese, which not basil cheese, pesto cheese that somebody gave us at Christmas time. I would grate it the next time. It would work out better, but the taste was absolutely beautiful. It just would look better if it was grated. I didn't make the pizza sauce myself this time, but sometimes I would if I had a lot of tomatoes that I wanted to use. But this pizza sauce was on offer in our local grocery store, so I grabbed it. So it was a beautiful pizza sauce, and then I like to put the grated cheese on next. I think it helps, hold all the other toppings together. Don't know where I learned that trick, but I learned it a good few years ago. So pizza sauce first, and then grated cheese. And then what other toppings? Whatever other toppings that you like to put on. And I just love all the colours. I love to have loads of colours on my pizza. I think it just looks so beautiful. So I'm going to work away here and decorate the adult pizza. And I forgot to mention, you might have spotted Chloe there cutting or chopping up our olives. They were pitted, no, they were the olives with the stones in them. I bought them by accident, but Chloe was so kind to cut the olives off the stones for me. And there's that pesto that I was talking about. So if I grated that, it would have looked a lot nicer than the big chunks of pesto. And so on our pizza, I put mushrooms on half, and I put, what did I put different on the other half? Mushrooms, I can't even remember. We'll have to just wait and see what I do on the other half. And of course, it's Chloe's olives that are going on the other half. And then I had the mozzarella put on there as well. And then more grated cheese on top. Oh, of course, the pepperoni. It's not a pizza in our house unless there's pepperoni on top. So pepperoni all over. So that was the adult pizzas done, and now we'll move on and watch the kids decorate their pizzas. And they had great fun doing this, and they love the fact that it's their own very own pizza and that they've had control over what goes on top of it. But generally they all take a little bit of everything. Now, and as I said, even after making all those pizzas, I had some dough left over, so I decided to have a second go at making these garlic breadsticks. If you saw one of my meals of the week there, the last one I did, we had these garlic breadsticks with a pasta dish, but I made them way too big, so I said I'd make them a lot smaller now this time. I did it a really quick way, threw a few blobs of butter onto the tray and sprinkled garlic powder around and popped them in the oven. And then when the butter melted, I took them out, as you'll see in a few minutes, and just rolled them around and made sure they were all covered in the garlic butter sauce. The melted garlic butter. And these turned out absolutely delicious. I'd highly recommend you having a turn at doing them. If you have any dough left over sometime from doing a project like this. They were so delicious, and they went so well with the pizza and the salad that we had. So there's the butter melted, so I just rolled them all around. Chloe decided she wanted a little fancy thing. And they were so delicious and way nicer than when they were thicker. And then I popped them back into the oven for another couple of minutes. And that's all the hard work done. next down to eating. So here are the kids' pizzas out of the oven. Actually, these are all the pizzas out of the oven. That's the large one, and then 2 small ones, and the other small one I showed you first there. And we're going to serve with the garlic breadsticks, some salad, and whoever wanted a little bit of coleslaw as well. And it was an absolutely delicious meal. And I'd really encourage you to have a go at making your own pizzas if you've never tried before. And let me know how you get on. Drop a message in the comments. So thank you all so much for joining me in my kitchen and for watching along as we created these pizzas together. I ask God to bless each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, whatever you're getting up to, and I will talk to you again soon. And I would be delighted if you give me the thumbs up on your way out, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would love to have you join my YouTube family. Thank you all again. God bless. Bye.